Welcome to Can We Have a Conversation? We have three young men from Marin City that I have the pleasure of having this conversation. We'll talk about a few things. We have to my right, Sincere. Sincere is 13. And then we have JJ. JJ is 12. And then we have Jordan. And Jordan is 13. Now, I met you all at MLK. I came to class and talked to you all about Marin Community Media and asked, would you guys like to be a part of that? You remember that? Mm-hmm. And so tell me a little bit about yourself, Sincere. What do you like to do?
Well, sometimes I like to play video games with my friends. We'll play this game called Fortnite. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I was so much be on the game like all day. But then sometimes my mom told me to go outside. So I'll go outside with all my friends.
Okay. So what about you, JJ?
Like the games I'm good at is Fortnite. Like.
So these games, do you play as well, Jordan?
Yeah, I play Fortnite. I play Fortnite with them too. I like to play basketball and football when I'm outside, but when I'm in the house, I just play Fortnite. I ask my mom for some money. After she give me money, after I spend it, Fortnite. And there's no other game.
Now, who's the better? Who's the better?
Me.
I was.
He deleted his character by accident, and then he couldn't top me.
Okay. Yeah. What are some of your goals for life? What do you want to do when you grow up? If you had an opportunity, if you could be anything in the world, what would that be?
I'm going to be a photographer because April spring break when I went to Washington, D.C. with the school, my old teacher in kindergarten, Miss Banks, she had a camera and I said, can I take pictures? And I started taking some good pictures. And then she was like, you should be a photographer with all these good pictures. I said, well, I thought about it. I first said, I don't know. But then I realized, I looked at my picture and see how good I was doing. So I was like, yeah. So when I grow up, I'm going to try to be a photographer. Take good pictures.
So a lot of times when you do photography, people do media too. And so media is videos and recordings. It's like, I know you guys like to rap. And so in the rapping, you might want to videotape one of your raps. And so that's a part of the photo, as being a photography. You do media, sound, and stuff like what we're doing right now. This goes in conjunction with being a photographer. So it's just something to think about, in the future. So what about you, JJ?
I want to be a football player because I'm good at it. I played at my school, and I was good.
Okay. And then you said something earlier. You said, and you have a backup plan.
Yeah, I do. I want to become a chef.
A chef? Mm-hmm. So you cook now?
Yeah, I do cook.
Okay. So what about you, Jordan?
Basketball, football, or lacrosse.
Now, you got to have a backup plan. So what's the backup plan?
Backup plan? I probably want to be a gamer.
Okay.
Yeah.
To make your games?
I want, my backup plan, I want to work for, Epic.
Okay.
Something like that.
That's good.
Maybe designing games.
Man, you should start doing that now. Thinking about it, at least the concept, and writing it down. Mm-hmm. See, the whole conversation that we're having here is to really actually talk about life. We talk about, the show here is Can We Have a Conversation? And in this conversation entails things about your future, things that you should start thinking about long term. And so one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was fatherhood and how important fatherhood is, or even to be able to have a male role model, someone who can be positive in your life, to speak into your life, keep you accountable. How's your relationship with your dad?
Well, my relationship with my dad is good because I see him. I go over to his house. We talk on the phone now these days. I got to see my brother and my sister, so that's cool. Mm-hmm. I watched them grow up. Me and my dad really going because we have a good relationship.
How often do you see your dad?
Often do I see my dad? Well, on weekends I call my auntie to hand over her phone to my dad so I could talk to him.
So you see him once a week, once a month?
Once a week.
Okay. What about you, JJ?
My relationship with my dad, he live in Oakland.
Okay.
And like when I'll try to go see him, but like to get on a bus out there, it's like kind of like long. I can't get over the bus. He either come see me, or sometimes I go see him.
Okay.
And it's like basically every day, but it's not at the same time. Like, 'cause basically I see say if I see him Monday, he'll come on like Wednesday, and then like then I come on like Friday, he'll come on like Monday, stuff like that.
Okay. So you have a close relationship?
Yeah, it's close.
What about you?
Uh,
And it's okay to say if you don't have a relationship with your dad or you don't see him.
well, I don't see my dad because like he in Louisiana, or I think he in Texas, but I don't talk to him sometimes. I do talk to him sometimes. That's when my mom giving me the phone. But I talk to my brother. Me and my brother got a good relationship. We talk every day. I mean, we don't talk every day, but like I talk to him every week.
Okay.
Yeah, me and him got a good relationship.
Okay. So what's some good advice that your father's given you? You know, some good suggestions of things to do or not do. Okay. Anything? No? What about you?
My dad always just tell me like to do good in life and make it out, and like don't get a girl pregnant at an early age.
Okay.
Get your like your money and your job settled before you get a girl pregnant.
That's good advice. Yeah.
My dad haven't gave me no advice.
Yeah.
He probably did. I don't remember.
So when was the last time you seen your dad?
I haven't seen him.
Okay. Ever?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I mean, I did see him when I was a kid, but like not right now. I haven't seen him. I hadn't seen him in like I don't know, but I haven't seen him that I remember of.
So do you think it's important to have a father in your life?
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
I'm not gonna leave my child.
Yeah.
And so, what do you think happens if you don't have, like you said you've never met your dad or you haven't seen him? How does that impact your life?
I mean, it really don't bother me because my mom is like my dad and my mom at the same time. Because like she take care of me, and make sure that I have everything that I need and that I can be successful.
So do you ever?
I basically want to like get famous and like give back to her what she gave me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you ever think that, let's say you have friends that have fathers, and you see their relationships with their fathers, how does that make you feel? Do you ever feel like, I wish I had my father here? Or when you play football, you know, and you're playing football and you look in the stands, do you ever say, you know, I wish my dad was watching me play. I wish my dad could see me play.
I mean, I really don't care because my mom gonna be there.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom gonna be there.
So you really don't care if your dad is there or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if he was there, I'd be happy. But like, if he's not there, it really don't matter to me.
Okay. Okay. What about you?
If like my friends had a dad.
You know, like, you know, you go to school, you know, you see your friend with their father, and the father is taking them places and doing things with them. You ever think about, man, I wish my dad was here, or I wish I had that relationship? I had a guy that I went to school with, and his dad used to take him to the gym. His dad, every time you see them ride, they rode together and they did things together. I was wondering, you know, man, I wish I had that kind of relationship with my father. So that's kind of what I'm saying.
Actually, like if I see my friends with their dad like doing stuff, like doing good stuff, I'd be like, okay, yep, that's good. Cause like I got my own dad, and like he do the same thing with me.
Okay.
For me, same thing what Jordan said. Like I really don't care because I do have my mom on my side, so as long as I'm just being taken care of and having clothes on my back and eating stuff, I really don't care. But it would be appreciated. I would be happy and stuff if he would have been here. And yeah, but I still do talk to him on the phone, so it's nothing new. But I'm just saying, it feels like right, like he feels here more often than yeah.
You know, growing up, I used to, and most young men do. They want to emulate their father. They want to be like their father. So, I remember my dad used to walk a certain way, and that's what I used to want to do. I used to watch him walk, and then I try to start walking like him. I hear him talk, and I try to talk like him. Or, even my son, I would, my son would see me. I have a son, 14, and I would, shake some of my friends' hands, give him some dap and give him a hug, And my son, I didn't know he was watching me. So then when he get ready to go to his mom's house, he's like, all right, Dad. And he give me a little dap and boom, give me a little hug, a little bump, And it was just that kind of thing where, a father gives us our identity. A father gives us our structure. A father is the one who speaks into our lives. And so the mother is the one that gives us the nourishing, the love, and the support. Mm-hmm. But the father is the one that, teaches us.
Toughen you up.
Yeah, toughen up. Yeah, be a man. And so we need both. We need mother and we need father. But if we don't have that father figure, then you got somebody like me that would be that father figure to you, to be able to talk to you. Or, if you're dealing with some things, so, I'm dealing with this thing that I can't talk to my mom about. But I was wondering, can I talk to you about it? Sometimes there's some stuff, even if you have a close relationship with your father, that you won't talk to him about because you just don't feel comfortable. And so you got to have, whether it's a coach, because you all say you play sports, having a coach that is that person that can kind of, be that positive role model, or even a teacher. Every young man needs accountability. They need to have somebody that they can be accountable to. They have to be able to have someone who check them when they're out of order, gives them some checks and balances. So it's like, sincere, man, now man, what you was doing was wrong, man. You know that, right? And you're looking at me like, well, what are you talking about? I just saw when you did such and such. And so I'm not saying you did. I'm saying that I'm using this as an example. Okay. JJ, I saw the way you, hit, Jordan, and you was wrong, right? Slapped him in the back of the head.
No, that was sincere.
No.
The example.
The example.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
So these are the things where, any young man that doesn't have any accountability, any young man that can't listen to a person will, one, not grow, and two, is dangerous. Because when you don't have accountability, then that means you can do anything because you think you're going to get away with it. And see, that's what happens with a lot of young men. They get incarcerated and get locked up because they thought they were going to get away. Well, I'm just going to rob this store. And if I rob this store, nobody's going to know. But you're on camera. And so they come and get you, But if you have someone like, you guys are friends, if our dad is not there, at least we have each other.
Yeah.
Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I'm my brother's keeper. I'm going to watch over you, man. I'm going to protect you, man. I'm going to make sure you're all right. I'm going to keep you out of trouble. But if you see me slipping, I want you to, check me too, You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I understand you guys are real tight, the three of you.
Yeah.
So how long you guys been knowing each other?
I've been knowing him.
Yeah, we've been knowing him for like a year. Me and him, we've been knowing each other since we was babies. And we started going to school together, started preschool and worked our way up. So basically, we know each other for very long.
Yeah, whole life.
He came to Marin. What did you come? Like
I
6th
saw
or
him
7th
first.
grade?
I came in the beginning of 7th grade.
I met you first.
Yeah, the library.
So where'd you come from, JJ?
Oh yeah,
That's not I'm still there.
Huh?
Where'd you come from?
Came from Oakland.
Okay. So I'm from Oakland, East Oakland. You know which street?
90s.
Okay.
Walnut Street.
Yeah. All right. So I want to dive into a little deeper conversation, and that conversation is the conversation that you guys had with Miss D.
Okay.
And she said, "Oh, we had a conversation, and we were talking about the N-word, and that you guys was using this word, and that she had to say something to you all, and then she asked you, why did you use that word?" So I don't really know how the conversation went, but I'm counting on you all to tell me. So who wants to start off this conversation? Okay. So how did it start, JJ?
So basically in the class, everybody was like saying the N word. Like Miss D had to step in and like had to say something because she thought like, excuse me, she thought like it was like getting out of hand and stuff.
Yeah.
So we went out of class and talked about it. How like the N word is like it's not meant to be said like all the time, or sometimes not meant to be said none of the time.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, she gave us an example. I think it was, remember that dude that she talked about that like said the N word all the time. I forgot his name.
what was the example? You said she gave you an example. Did she tell you about a guy named Richard Pryor?
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
So Richard Pryor was a comedian,
Yeah.
and that was the word that he used a lot until he went to another country, and he noticed that no one was using that word.
Oh.
Now, did that help refresh your memory? Okay, so tell me, what did she tell you?
He went to
She said Africa. He went to Africa.
Yeah?
yeah.
Yeah,
He went to Africa and start.
I see he said it.
Yeah.
And he realized there wasn't any ends there.
Yeah. That no one was saying that stuff. That was confusing.
And so you know the crazy thing was when we had this conversation, she said that he started receiving death threats after he decided not to use that word anymore. Is that right?
I think so. I think that's
Yeah,
what I can't really remember.
Yeah, I was like that's
This
like
and death threats.
after he stopped saying it.
Right.
Like
He might have to keep on saying it then.
yeah, like
No, because
I mean, wait.
that was a part of
was it
his. He
vocabulary?
was an entertainer, and he was a comedian, and so that he was using it in a sarcastic way, and that was what made people laugh. But then he found out that he realized he was degrading his own people, and he was degrading himself. So the question that I have for you all is, why would you want to use that word? What benefit is using that word?
I mean, we grew up like surroundings people saying the N word.
Yeah, so
And like
every boy is the N word. That's all I gotta say.
Every boy?
Yeah.
So why is that?
Huh?
Why is that every boy is that?
I don't know.
Not every boy. It can be a nigger girl,
What?
like a nigger girl.
I know, but
That's
like
what the
that.
So one of the things that Miss D was telling me was that there was different levels of that, and different terms, and different definitions.
Yes.
So who wants to tell me about that?
So serious?
So like basically you could it's different kind of way you could pronounce the word nigga. So you could walk up to somebody and say like what's up nigga, like what's up nigga, like that, or you could be like, cause I think
what's up, my brother?
Yeah, you could but I think like she meant like nigga was the word black.
Yeah, black.
Yeah, black. How
If you say that, basically you're criticizing.
how basically back in the day how white people called black people niggas and stuff. So I guess what she trying to meant like.
But she was saying you guys gave a definition. So you said one is the word nigga, one is the name nigger,
Negro.
So what is the difference between those?
Nothing. They're all the same word.
Because if
Pronounce different.
like when the blacks talk to blacks, say what's up nigga, but then when it's in a racist terminology, it's nigger.
Oh,
No, not necessarily. It could be nigga about white.
I mean,
person.
I rather have a white person say nigga to me instead of nigger. Because nigger is way worse.
If somebody say nigger to me, then I like think it's a racist thing. But like if somebody saying, like if I didn't know somebody on the street called me a nigga, I'll still take it as a racist thing. Like, why are you calling me that? I don't know you. I don't know you. You don't know me. So I think it is
I call you that all the time.
So would you say, because I'm really actually trying to go somewhere with this, and the thing is, it's not a good word to use any way you say it.
Yeah.
Whether you use it to a friend or whether someone else uses it, because we all have names. What's your name?
Sincere?
Okay. What's your name?
JJ.
What's your name?
Jordan.
So it's not naked, right?
No.
So when someone calls you that, then you should address it right away. That's not who
my
I
name.
Exactly. Because if you accept it and you use that word,
If you accept it, then people gonna start calling you that. Stuff like that. If
And
you
you-
accept being called the nigga word, then people gonna start calling you that even more.
and that's not who you are.
Yeah.
You know, and and this is the reason why I talked about the fatherhood piece, because the father is the person, as I said, is the one who gives you your identity. And if you don't have your identity, then you'll take on the form of an identity of whoever says you are. You're a nigga. You're a gangster. You're a drug dealer. Yeah, that's who I am. And it may seem funny, but then you start acting into the identity that someone else chose for you. And so the next thing you know, you find yourself doing things because someone else said that's who you are. So it's important for you to know who you are. It's important for you to understand, who are you? What are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish? You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying to. My goal is to go to college, have a peaceful life, and have a family.
So that's who's sincere. Sincere is a person who wants to get an education, who has a goal, that wants peace in his life, and to have a family, right? When we talk about having a family, what consists of having that family? Do you have a wife?
Can you
Do you get married?
I'm getting old.
I'm gonna have a wife.
Yeah.
And like, once I get a wife, then I'm gonna have a kid.
Yeah.
I'm not finna have no kid around.
So you do plan on getting married?
Yeah.
So a lot of young people don't get married today. And so they think it's okay to have a baby without being married.
It is.
Oh, it's okay? Is it acceptable?
For what?
It is acceptable, but it's not at the same time. Because when you're not married, when you're married, it's like a more secure thing that you're going to stay with your child in. Like when you're like having, like you're in a relationship, like you're like in a I forgot what it's called. Yeah, relationship. Like you could probably leave, and it's not like a divorce. You gotta go through court. Is you can just like leave.
So part of being married is a commitment.
Yeah.
It's a covenant. And it's a covenant because when you get married with someone who is a priest or a pastor who marries you, and the covenant is between you, God, and that person that you're marrying.
I'm not going to be the only man. I'm not going to be the only person that's in the house working. She got to work too.
Well,
But
that-
I know. Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
wait.
Yeah, I know, but like, I ain't finna get a baby before I get married.
But before we even get deep into that conversation, I want to talk about who JJ is. Who is JJ? If I never met you, JJ, or nobody ever knew you, and you wanted someone to understand who you were, who would you say you are? You'll say, JJ, who are you, man? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Who would you say you are?
I'm a handsome young man in that, like, I want to go to college. Yeah.
You want to be a lawyer, you want to be a doctor, you want to be in business. You know, these are things that you have to start thinking about now. These are questions that you want to start asking yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when this show is over, that thought still remains in your mind. I want to be, a professional football player, but I also want to be a chef because I like to cook. That's who you are. JJ is a person who can play football, but also got a backup plan. And the backup plan is I want to be a chef. That's who I am. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's that. So it's not all of the things you like to do. It's who you are.
Yeah.
I'm trying to become somebody and like be somebody.
A basketball player, you got to be really good. Not saying you can, but there's a
chance.
There's a percentage
I know, JJ.
that you may not.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of young men that go and say, I'm going to be in the NBA. I'm going to make it. And they put everything into that. And then they hurt themselves. And they're not able to run, or they're not able to jump. They're not able to produce. What do they do then? What's your backup plan?
Produce music.
Produce music.
And make my own songs and stuff.
So is he good in music?
He cool.
Yeah, he good.
So, what are you getting out of this conversation?
Like, I wouldn't leave my kid. Be like, I want to be with you no more and stuff like that.
So basically, I don't want to be like that type of person who would just leave and then never come back. I want to stay with my kid, watch him grow up, and like, kick him out the house. Let him go to college and stuff. I don't want my son to be like the type of person who can't learn and always get into trouble. Hang out with the people that won't get you in trouble.
So listen to this. So let me ask you this. You had an opportunity to say something to your dad right now about something that you wanted.
He missed 13 birthdays.
Yeah.
Okay. If he was listening right now, what would you want to say to him?
You missed 13 birthdays.
And how did that make you feel?
If he missed 18 birthdays, I'm not talking to him.
Okay.
That's facts.
Well, I say to my dad, where you been at all these years, I'll just say that to him.
So I mean, you one of the things you say is that you talk to him. Would you tell him that? Would you want to tell him that?
Yeah, I'd be like,
I would tell him everything, but I tell him.
I'll tell him like, why wasn't you here, or like, why wasn't you like, what made you leave? Like,
Yeah, because don't you think he would want to hear that?
yeah.
I mean, because he would, a father is not a father just because he produces a baby. And he might, think about it and say, you know what, I do need to spend more time with my son. Yeah, I did lose 13 years of his life, and I need to make up for that 13 years. There was a young man that we had a conversation like this before, and he said, I wanted to ask my dad, do you think about me like I think about you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think he wants to know how you feel about him. So is that something that you all think you can do? Is that something that you would take the time to have a conversation with your father to let him know how you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you can build that relationship.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to close. I appreciate you all on Sincere, JJ, Jordan. We talked about a few issues. This is not just something that just is a conversation that we're on the set, but this is a conversation we would be able to take to the next level. All right?
I'm on TV, Mom.
I'm on TV.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Grandma.
I'm on TV. Follow me on Instagram.
I'm gonna be on Disney
Channel.
Channel. I'm gonna be on the Disney Channel. With iCarly.
So the thing is, it's amazing how dancing and carried on, man. But then when I'm having a conversation,
Wait,
y'all like this. Yes.
Wait, how you know it's off?
I know it's off because I end the show.
I'll wait.
Yeah, I want to.